Hello everybody, how are you? Happy Thursday. Sorry I am late. Kids, right? I try to put the boys down for a nap, and as soon as I put them down and get them settled, which they're not totally settled, you can still hear Noah like singing songs to himself. Belle wakes up. So she's in her jumper right now, jumping away, having a little time. So it's Thursday, Brittany Bud coming at you guys. I was going to go with an Ask Me Anything today, and so far I only had one comment, and it was from Nicole, and she was asking how my side gig is going. So to quickly address that, my side gig is going awesome. Thank you for asking. I still love everything about the company. I love everything about the products. You know, this is a real opportunity here that I have, and I feel an obligation to share it with people. And, you know, even if you feel like you're not interested or it's not for you, that's totally okay. Maybe it's not. But it's been a huge blessing for my family so far. I've been doing it for over a year. I have no foreseeable plans of stopping. So it's going awesome. I got a bunch of new customers last month. It was like the shortest month of the year, and I still did awesome. It was actually one of my best months. So I'm excited for that paycheck, that's for sure. Yeah, so it's going awesome. So thank you so much for asking. If anybody out there has any questions for me that they want me to address, like I say, I am open to asking questions about anything. Business, makeup, momming, whatever you want to talk about. It's cool with me. Ask me in the comments. Let's get this bad boy rolling. I know I'm late, so there's probably not going to be a bunch of people. They're probably wondering all where I am. Or they're all at work. 2 o'clock is a weird time for me to do things. But it's the best time that works for me, because I'm a mom. And sorry, but my kiddos come first most of the time, so maybe no one will come. Okay, well, my 30-day video challenge day started today, and our very first task is to share one of our happiest memories from our childhood. So I'm still thinking about what that's going to be. What else can I tell you guys while I wait for questions to come in? March break is next week, so that's exciting. We're going to go to Moncton for a couple of days. There's a RF corporate event. So if you're in Moncton and you are friends with me and maybe you want to come to this corporate event with me, I mean, there's no obligations to come with me. I'm not going to know anybody there. It's just going to be me by myself. Come with me. I'd love for you to come with me. Even if we don't really know each other that well, it would be super fun to get to know you better. You can go grab some food after, because I love eating, and eating's my favorite. I'd be super honored. I'll come pick you up. It'd be a lot of fun. I think they're fun. I've never gone to one before, but apparently they're fun. They released the convention video. Like, they do teasers a lot to, like, make you panic and, like, be super excited. I was, like, crying watching our convention, like, teaser video for this year. It's just so exciting. I can't believe I'm going this year. I had to miss it last year because I was in the hospital having my baby, so that's okay. And I'm just really, really excited to go this year. I'm sure there's going to be huge celebrities. There always is. I just can't wait. The email that we got referenced Celine, Mariah, and Britney, calling them rock stars. And I was like, am I reading too much into this? Maybe, maybe not. It wouldn't surprise me if one or all of them were doing a concert at our convention. So we'll just have to see. They're not letting any more details right now. They'll just keep giving us little snippets here and there for the next couple of weeks. And then in April we get to register, and I just cannot wait. So if you want to come to that with me, hit me up. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I need to know the theme because I need to go shopping. Last year in Vegas was a Great Gatsby theme. Chrissy, there's not very many, like, local ones to me because the Maritimes are, like, so like barren. So like half the time the closest one to me is like Toronto. Luckily this one's in Moncton, so it's only like an hour and a half drive, and my in-laws live there, so we're just gonna go for a couple of days because John's on March break. We're gonna take the kids to like get air, the trampoline park. Obviously Belle can't, but, and I really can't either after having 3 kids. I'll pee my pants. So yeah, this is like one of the first ones that's been this close to me. Sometimes they're in like Nova Scotia, but there was one in the spring or in the summer, and it was in Nova Scotia, but it was like still 6-hour drive for me. So like I'm not doing that. That's too far. It's not often that they're close enough for me to go. Yeah, it's gonna be so nice to get away. I love going to Moncton. We spend like our whole summers in Moncton because it's close to the beach. So I'm excited to go. Carrie Stone is going to be there. I don't know who she is, but they keep saying she's a big deal. So I'm excited about that. And it's at a spa. I don't know if they often do corporate events at a spa. Hopefully, like, we can get massages while we're listening. That'd be nice. So yeah. So that's coming. Chrissy, are you going to come to convention? You should come to convention this year. I'm really excited. Most of our team is going this year, so last year, like, none of our, like, little team, like, our little hub went. Most of my team is actually in Alaska, so we're, like, as far away from each other as we can possibly be. So all those ladies stayed in Alaska. One of the girls has, like, a condo. So they, like, went for the weekend and stayed at her condo and just, like, partied it up. And then I was in the hospital. And then one of the big team leaders, she went to Nashville. So a couple of people on my team are in Nashville as well. So they called it Nash Vegas because it was supposed to be in Las Vegas, but they were in Nashville instead. So they called it Nash Vegas. So some people did that, but this year it looks like most of us are going to New Orleans. So I've never been, and I'm really excited. Like I say, last year they did like a Great Gatsby theme. Like I say, I live in the Maritimes. Like, it's pretty much barren land up here. I need to get my shop on. Like, I need to get shopping. So I need to like release more details so I can get ready for that. I already found a couple dresses that I want, like gowns. That means I have to go to the States for them. That's fine. I don't mind a little shopping trip. Hey, Terry. Okay. Well, if no one's going to ask me anything, what can we talk about? Yesterday, love of my life, Heather Quizzle, didn't ask me anything, and someone started asking her about being a mom and running her business. Last one in South Carolina, ready to beach house and watch the live. It's great for a group. Oh, that's nice, Chrissy. That's really fun. South Carolina's nice. Myrtle Beach and stuff. That would have been really fun. Okay, well, if I'm coming to Florida, Chrissy, we gotta go to Disney World. I'm a big Disney addict. I can't get that close and not go. So we're gonna have to go. In Heather's Ask Me Anything, someone asked her about being a mom and running a business, and at one point Heather was even homeschooling her 3 kids. So, and then actually it's funny because later on, my best friend Teresa Taylor did a video on mom guilt in the business. So maybe I'll just piggyback off of those ladies and talk about mom guilt while you're running a business. So, I mean, even if you're not running a business, being a mom, like, I feel like we're always guilt-ridden. Like, I feel like I can't do anything right half the time. I tell my kids that, though. Mommy's doing her best, and, hey, Val, thanks for tuning in. Do you have a question for me? I feel like I tell my kids all the time, Mommy's doing her best, and it's probably not good enough. Like, let's be realistic. So even if you work outside the home, I mean, I know as moms we have a lot of guilt. I have guilt pretty much from the time that I got pregnant with Noah up until, like, every day of my life. I have some form of mom guilt, and it can really manifest. I mean, when you're outside of the home, yes, you feel guilty leaving your kids sometimes, your daycare, your sitter, your mom, your mother-in-law, whatever. But, you know, they're in good hands, and, you know, you do it for, yes, Chrissy, I'm coming. You can kind of push that out of your mind because you know that you're doing your best. I mean, we're all doing our best, right? Being a work from home mom, I've never worked outside of the home after having children. I've always worked from home. But I feel like maybe it'd even be a little bit worse. And I tread lightly because I know, like I say, we all have our own mom guilt, but because I'm trying to run a business from my house where my kids are at me constantly, I feel like it's almost worse that I have to remind them mommy's working. Like I have to try to set boundaries, and my kids are toddlers, so I'm trying to set boundaries that mommy's working and she works in the home and she's trying to help support us. So you kind of have to give mommy her space. I do a lot during nap time because it's easiest. Even though not all my kids nap at the same time, even just having like maybe just one kid to deal with or two kids to deal with is easier than all three of them at once. And sometimes my business comes first, and I hate to say that. I think I'm a pretty great mom. My kids are awesome. They're the sweetest kids. They're so polite. They have amazing manners. Hi Cal! Do you have a question for me? I'm supposed to be doing Ask Me Anything, but no one's really asking me anything, so I'm just rambling about mom guilt. Where was I? The mom guilt. I completely lost my train of thought. I got so excited to see you that I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, I have to take put my business first sometimes, and that sucks. Because my kids are first. The whole reason that I have two businesses is for my kids, so that they can have an amazing life. Thanks, Cal. I want my kids to have things. Work from home job. This topic is so great. Well, thank you. Oliver is the best. He is going to be 4 soon, and he is the funniest little guy. He has such a crazy personality. He's a goof. He loves dancing around. He loves telling stories. He loves playing video games with his dad and his cousin. You know, he's way too young to be playing video games, but that's okay. Dad made that call. Mom didn't, so he's a good boy. And then Noah is like, he's a spitfire, man. Like, he is so crazy. He's so silly. He has the craziest personality. He's not going to be 3 until August, and he, like, plays pranks on me that he's going to throw up. He pranks me. My almost 3-year-old pranks me that he's going to throw up when he's not. Why? And then Belle, man, she's going to be 5 months old next week. So I'm run ragged. I'm run off my feet on a daily basis. Trying to keep my home afloat is very difficult, I'm not going to lie. There may or may not be a giant pile of laundry waiting to be put away. There may or may not be a really full dryer right now that needs to get folded and put away also. And, you know, my kids come first, obviously. That's why I do what I do. But sometimes they have to come second so I can do what I do. If that makes sense. If I did not have 2 businesses, I wouldn't be able to give them the life that they have and the life that I want for them. Like, we do lots of fun stuff. We travel often. Took them to Disney World last year. So sometimes I have to tell them, this is mommy's work time. Mommy's trying to work. You can't play Roblox on my computer. Mommy's trying to work. You can't watch CK and Toys. I'm like, shout out to CK and Toys. My kids love that channel. It's on YouTube. It's a little, I think he's in Australia. Super cute kid. Anyway. How do you practice self-care with mom guilt? What do you do to avoid beating yourself up too much? Okay, sometimes I cry. Self-care is something that I'm really working on. And it's really hard to just find the time to care for myself. I'd love to be able to, like, get out of the house more, but it's really hard, especially with John in school right now. It's so difficult because he needs me more than ever. He's studying his little bum off every night. As soon as he gets home, he has dinner with us, and then he starts studying, doing his homework so that he can be like one of the top people in his class, so that he can get a good job when he's done. I mean, it's short-term pain, long-term gain. That's something that I love to live by. And so because he's so busy with his school, I still don't really get much of a break when he gets home. Weekends are a little bit better because it's a longer time, but it's not always the easiest to do things for myself. When the kids go to bed, usually Belle's still up, but she doesn't like do anything. I have to feed her, but whatever, she's fine. I try to do some of my home study, my personal development stuff, because that stuff's really making me feel good about myself. And I try to have a bath, an uninterrupted bath once in a while. That's kind of hard to do, but I try. I'd like to do massages, like go get monthly massages, but at this point it's way too hard to schedule anything like that because I have no idea what kind of homework John's going to have when he gets home. To avoid beating myself up too much, I have to remind myself that the whole reason that I'm doing 2 jobs from home is to provide for them. Like, I didn't go to Disney World until I was a big kid, and I went once, and then the next time I went, I was married and pregnant with Oliver. I want my kids to be able to go to Disney World. I want my kids to be able to go to Harry Potter World. That can be a whole other topic. I could talk for hours about Disney World and Harry Potter World. But I want my kids to have things that I didn't have. Not that I had a bad childhood. We were well provided for. We had the best of everything. But I think as a parent, you always want your kid to have a little bit more. And I know that my kids are good. Like when I take Oliver to Cubby's, Noah's too young for Cubby's yet. Cubby's is like it's an evening program Sundays at not our church that we go to, but a different church in our area. And all of Oliver's friends go. And every time I pick him up, one of the leaders tells me how sweet he is, how smart he is, how considerate he is, how nice he is, how much of a joy he is to have. And then that reminds me, you're not screwing up that bad. Like, you're not doing the worst job in the world. Your kids are good kids. I mean, they certainly get in trouble. Oliver and Noah fight. They're boys and they're brothers, so of course they fight. And not every day is the best day in the world, but we're blessed. I'm blessed to have them. I'm gonna cry. They're just good kids. And they're the light of my life. Oh, why are we talking about mom guilt? Making me cry. I'm just really lucky. And, okay, they get timeouts, whatever. They fight, whatever. If we're out with other people's kids, my kids are not the worst kids, usually. They're not always the best, but they're not the worst. They're not the ones getting into trouble. They're not the ones beating the crap out of other kids. And they're just so full of love. Like, even when I'm mad at them, they'll still, like, 2 minutes later, and they're so considerate. Do you feel better? That's what they always say. If one of them gets hurt, the other one says, do you feel better, when they're done crying? And they always say yes. So when I'm mad at them, they come over, and one time Oliver asked me if I was still angry in my heart. So that broke my heart into a million pieces. Of course I was not still angry in my heart. But they're just so full of love. Like, they love giving hugs, they love giving kisses, they love saying I love you. And, like, that's all me. Like, I smother them. Unless you're bleeding and dying. Bones need to be broken. Oh. I'm losing my connection. Why? Why is that happening? Can you guys still see me okay? So my phone did an update recently. And it keeps disconnecting from the wireless on its own. So I don't know why that keeps doing that. So yeah, I try to just remind myself that no matter how good of a childhood I think they have, when they turn into teenagers, they're still probably going to hate me and think that I ruined their lives. So, like, I'm just, like, resolving to that. Because John and I had completely different upbringings, and we'll both say, like, my childhood wasn't the greatest. My parents did their best, but it wasn't, like, amazing. They still screwed us up somehow. So, just resolve to the fact that you're going to screw up your kids, because everybody does, and just hope they love you anyway. and that you don't have to pay too much in therapy. So yeah, the mom guilt is serious, but you can get through it. If your why you're doing something is bigger than the mom guilt, then you gotta just keep going, and mine is. Like, some days I won't go on my phone, like, hardly at all, only during nap time. Like, I won't post anything, I won't really be doing my messages, because I just want to spend more time with my kids. And I find when we go away, that's when I really don't have my phone around. Like, when we were in Disney World, I only had my phone so that we could check the wait times on the lineups with the Disney app. And when we go to Moncton, I usually leave my phone, like, in another place in the house, because I try to be more into it, like my family. And I try not to have my phone around too much when John's home too, so we can have more, like, family time. But it's hard. It's definitely hard when you're trying to work 2 jobs to provide for your family so that they can have what you didn't. Plus, like, I want to go to convention this year. I kind of like to go to Summit in Salt Lake City, which is, like, right after convention, like, the very next week. And, like, I want to be able to do things with John, too. I mean, it is about the kids, but it's not all about the kids. You want to go to convention with me? Well, Kelly, come. We talked about this last night. You gotta come. Can you hear Belle? That's, like, her new sound. That's the only sound she makes. It's super weird. She's just like Gemini. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and I like to be able to do things with John. John, like, he's my husband. He's my husband first, and he's my best friend. So I want us to be able to do cool stuff, like, with the kids and without the kids. That's kind of the whole point, right? To have fun with your best friend. Going to work 9 to 5, working until I'm, like, 70 or older. By the time I'm 70, it'll probably be older. And then retiring with Canada Pension and whatever pension plan you have. People get so excited that their pension is like $100,000, $200,000. How long do you think that's going to last you guys? You make $70,000, $80,000 a year. If you have $100,000 or $200,000 in your pension, it's only going to last you like 2 years. Oh, good. Now you're 72. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? People don't think about that stuff. They just see, like, a dollar amount, and it's more than they've ever seen in their lives, and they get excited. And they don't realize that it's not actually going to last, because all your bills don't disappear because you're retired. Yes. Oh, you guys don't have pensions. We do. It's not very much. It'll probably be gone soon, honestly. It's not very much. Like, the Canada Pension plan here is not a couple $100 a month. What are you going to do with that? You can't even pay your mortgage with that. You can barely get groceries with that. By the time you're, like, old, your medication, even if you have coverage, your medication's still like $1 million. So now what? Yeah. That's why you gotta be. Yes, trying to pay out the pensions, right? It's terrible. That's why you gotta be investing. That's a whole other topic. I can talk about that for hours too. I'm an investment advisor. You want me to talk about investing? You guys, start investing young, like in your 20s. Oh, my sakes. Are you upset? No, she's smiling at me. Start investing in your 20s and, like, put in a real amount of money, not like $25. Put in like $100 or $200 a month. Commit to it. Never stop. Have it automatically taken out of your bank account, and that ish will grow, especially if you have a good advisor. I know. Kelly, you gotta start somewhere, honey. You should be getting. I can tell you what to buy. I can't sell it to you. I can't be your advisor because you're in the States, but I can tell you what's good. Make sure you're getting a good return. The whole thing's, you know, we talk about passive income all the time with my side gig because the products that I sell. Ow, I just broke my nail. The products that we sell, people keep needing them. It's like going to the gym. You can't just like go to the gym one time and then get your results and then quit going to the gym. It's no different than your skin. Like, you're just going to keep getting older and older. So people keep buying and I don't have to keep selling. Well, the same should be with your investments. Your investments should be giving you a return on a regular basis so that you can survive. Making money in your sleep, right? That's the whole point. Making money in your sleep. Swiss, something, oh. No, Chrissy, I'm sorry you can't. I wish I could. I still probably wouldn't go, though. I hate the gym. What does Swiss stand for? Something while I sleep. Something about money while I sleep. Anyway, maybe getting those Swiss dollars, making money while you're sleeping. Money's still rolling in. So you can do that with your investments, but you can also do that with a side job. And you'll probably make more with a side job than you would with your investments. But you should still have investments for like safety. Plus, it's good at tax time. If you're putting into an RSP, it brings your income down for the year. RSP season's over today, so I probably should talk about this sooner. But it brings your income down for the year, what you had contributed. Yeah. But when you turn around and take it out, it counts as income. But that's why you take it out when you're old, and when you turn like 71, you flip your RSP into an RRIF. So instead of all right, Cal, love you. Instead of doing a savings plan, you have an income fund, and it starts paying you out. It all works out in the wash, but these are the things that you need to be doing. So, no more questions. I gotta go feed my baby. Thanks so much for tuning in. That just went all over the place. What a fun video. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. We'll see. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, check out my new YouTube channel and subscribe. Once I get 100 subscribers, I can change the URL, because right now it's just a bunch of letters and numbers. I don't like that. So I really need 100 subscribers so I can make it look nice. Check it out. A lot of my lives are on there, and I'm going to start uploading them to that on a regular basis. So check it out.